Doug Lesmeri, Tim Bielek, Bill Landis. Ohio State's defensive line dominated in its own way against Indiana, Nick Bosa in particular. Oklahoma has maybe the best offensive line in the country, and they have a super mobile quarterback who can get away from pressure. This is not going to be easy for this defensive line. Can they be dominant in a different way Saturday night, or is this trouble for them, Bill?
I think maybe a little bit of trouble. I don't want to rain on the parade, but I don't think Indiana's offensive line is that good. Certainly not as good as it's been in the past. They've had some NFL guys come through there, and I don't think they have one, at least not to the caliber they've had in the past with the team that just played Ohio State last Thursday night. But the defensive line was great. I mean, they were getting through on everything. Indiana could not run the ball. The defensive ends were in the backfield on every play. Richard Lago had like 2 seconds to get rid of the ball, and that was it. I wonder if, and this is a way a lot of teams have played against Ohio State, using its aggressiveness against them, and Baker Mayfield is certainly situated to do that with his running ability. So it's a test. It's not a test that I think they'll fail automatically. I think they can stand up to Oklahoma's offensive line. But this, in the end, I think will be their greatest test all year, the combination of that offensive line and a quarterback who's not going to stand back there and let you hit him. He's going to run away from you.
I think it's going to be really interesting for Nick Bosa as a star sophomore. Played some last year, obviously. Played well in the time he did play. He's got to stay disciplined here. And, Tim, we heard guys talk about that on Monday, right? These defensive ends, we know how athletic and skilled they are, but they can't go nuts. They've got to be disciplined against a guy like Mayfield, and it's not going to be easy against the line.
No, it's not. I mean, Bill brought it up. Teams like to use Ohio State's defensive line aggressiveness against it, and with a guy like Baker Mayfield who can improvise as well as anybody in college football, you got to be careful with how you do that. I think Jalen Holmes brought up the idea of rush lane discipline, staying in your gaps. If you're going to rush him, make sure you can trap him in that pocket, make him uncomfortable, but not uncomfortable to the point where he's going to run around and create opportunities for his receivers like Mark Andrews to break free from Ohio State's coverage, because it's going to be a bad thing if Ohio State has to cover for 7 seconds. So in a way, but I do think Ohio State's defensive line depth is going to help in that regard. It's just a matter of can the guys trust in the game plan to stay disciplined, to be smart, and not get out of the rush lanes, because the second they do, you can see number 6 going crazy.
Orlando Brown, the left tackle, is one of the best left tackles in college football. I think if he can handle the guy across from him one-on-one, it allows them to double-team the other side, give help on the other side. If Ohio State's winning one-on-one battles against one of the best left tackles in football, that's a good night for Ohio State. Tim, Bill, Doug, we will be there Saturday. Read and watch all week here at cleveland.com.